Find Last Defense Academy. Today, we're gonna be going ham in the paint. There it is. Oh god, I could hear myself. That did psychic damage to me. Alright. We're picking back up where we left off. We accidentally crashed yesterday because I was having a moment. I was crashing out. We gotta convince this fuck boy to be our friend. Oh, I started at... I've neglected to account for, like, delay when I started doing my YouTuber intro. We can do it again. Hey guys, what's up? This is Pocketless, and we're gonna be playing the Last Defense Academy. Today's goal is we gotta beat Gaku over the head with this frying pan.
Hey!
This guy has not gone up in ranking for me.
I get dragged to this completely insane place, and then they tell me to go fight these
boo-hoo,
monsters.
Gaku.
Like,
Oh,
what am I supposed to
boo-hoo.
do? What even are these invaders? They look like they came straight out of a manga. Yeah, no way. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, see,
how
this
much
is
you
where he
ask,
was a
I
faker,
can't,
and
I
he's
won't. I
he
mean,
called it a
you
manga.
tell me, how can you get...
Luckily, the autosave worked really good
Gaku,
because
if you fight, you can make money.
yeah, we crashed and I wasn't sure when the last time I saved was. It was a while. I had not saved in a while. I've seen all this nonsense before, so I'm gonna be skipping a wee bit. Wah wah
You
wah
wanna know
wah.
how many jobs I was holding down back in the complex? 17.
Oh, and let me guess.
I was
You
working
had to walk
24/7,
both ways,
365 days
up
a
and
year.
down,
I worked every day until I was about to collapse.
up and down the
And
hill
I don't have a single
to get to
penny
each of
my
your
name.
17
It all
jobs.
went to running the group home. I never got any time to myself. Isn't that so? I asked, but we got politicians. I went to company.
Shut
There's
up.
no way I'm gonna help any of them. I wish they'd all.
Shut up, you.
Not everyone in the team.
No, they're all trash. They've never helped me once. None of all those losers.
I'm not
can
gonna
all
help you
get
either.
Killed by the
Save your sit.
Okay, I think this is where I crashed before. So I have to lock in here. What's with this guy, really? I get his anger towards the Tokyo residential complex, but why his family as well? They went through the same hardships. Gaku, why are you so angry at your family? Would you mind telling me? I needed to abate Gaku's anger and get him to fight. I decided to try
The
again.
reason I was holding down so many jobs at once was to earn enough money to feed my siblings. Every cent I earned disappeared into their stomachs. I'm the one working myself to the bone, but I couldn't even
I'm the
afford to buy
one
a
working
single
myself
shirt.
to the
And
bone.
despite all that, they never even thanked me once. They just complained about how there was never enough food.
That's just how kids are, man. Alright.
That's just how kids are, though.
Well, I'm just a boy and life is a nightmare. Wait, isn't that... Well, I'm just a kid and nobody... I don't know the words. That's like fucking Green Day or something. I'm the only one making sacrifices. How is that fair? There's nothing I can say to Gaku when he gets like this. So I have to like let him yap like crazy. I gotta let him yap
The
max.
reason I was and despite all that, they if any, I must have.
I think I
mended their
tried
clothes
like all of
down.
these.
They weren't. I could.
You sound like a mom doesn't work.
Damn it! Just die! 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 You stupid brats! Die! 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 The invaders can kill every last one of those brats. I wouldn't even shed a tear.
Okay. We just let him go. Damn it, die. They can all die. They all deserve to die. They all should just die. But then why is it when I imagine them being killed, I start crying? It's because you don't want them to die, not really. But if you think about it, I'd be way better off without them. They don't add any benefit to my life. Family's not about benefits. You should know that better than anyone. You're trying to convince yourself that you should abandon them when you know you can't. You're only making yourself suffer. How about you give up and just accept it? Fight to save your siblings. You want me to save the little brats who ruined my life? Damn it, my life sucks. I'm just General Chungus and I'm just gonna unalive myself. Was I a panty thief in my previous life? Oh, that made the swag meter go up.
If you don't want to help the Tokyo residential complex, that's fine. I'm not doing this to save the world either. Honestly, as long as I can protect what matters most to me, that's all I care about.
I took a step closer to him and stared right into his eyes.
You don't need to save the Tokyo residential complex. You don't even need to let go of your hate. Just fight to protect what matters most to you, like me. For the ones waiting for you at the group home. Just
fight for your family. Friendship unlocked. And then I blow him to fucking pieces with my mind powers. Persuasion complete. Level up. Back to Asmongold's room. I forgot that this is what his room looks like. I was absolutely roasting the shit out of Gaku for his messy ass room last time. Hi Casey, welcome back. We just convinced Gaku to fight and stop being a little baby boy. Just woke up from the fattest nap. Good morning. Hopefully it was a good nap. I had to put in my air conditioner last night because it's getting like uncomfortably hot outside. So I slept like a little baby. I always sleep so good in the AC. I never asked for all those brothers and sisters, you know? My own parents didn't want me, so who needs family? They just get in the way. Why should I have to keep busting my hump for them even now? They could be a million miles away for all I know. My whole life I've had to sacrifice everything for their sakes. Talk about rotten luck. But still, I can't just abandon them, they're family. We might not be related by blood, but they're the only family I've got, you know? Of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be there for your family. Is it asking too much for you to fight for them too? Sorry, but can you give me some time alone? I need to think through all this. Sure, I understand. Thanks, man. You're a real decent guy. I feel a little better about myself now. He's trying to aura farm with that pose with those boogers hanging out of his mouth. It's not working, Gaku. You gotta work on your form. Bro, maybe his allergies are acting up too. Dude, my allergies, they get so bad. I can relate. I try and not keep my window open just because, one, I hate bugs, and I feel like the bugs will just randomly show up in my room, and I'm like, absolutely not. No mercy. Bugs, I gotta tape up any gaps. Like, there's so much tape on the edges of my AC to make sure that no bugs creep into my room while I sleep, because I don't be having any of that. And then having my window open just invites my allergies to go hog wild, and I'm just, I don't want to, I don't want to deal with all that. That shit sucks. I feel like allergy medicine doesn't even like do anything for me. Like, I be trying allergy medicine and it's like, maybe it does something, but like, not as much as I would like it to. The announcement played like usual, and I got out of bed, feeling like it would be just another morning. But then, bing bong. Look at his drooling face. I'm blocking it a little bit, but he looks like he got mind controlled. Who could that be? I'm gonna guess. I'm thinking it's Darumi again. I open up the door and welcome my guest inside. I fucking knew it. How did you like the meatloaf? A real taste of home, right? Just like Mama used to make? There's a reason for that. I sliced your mother up into little pieces and put her in the... Just kidding. You've been Darumi'd. She's such an idiot. Meatloaf.
Hey!
Mom's meatloaf. Yeah, sure, you got me. Did you want something, or did you just come here to prank me? Don't shoot the messenger, bro. Mistress Haruko sent me on important business. Mistress Haruko? She wants you and me and Takamaru and Aito to meet up in the cafeteria. That means right the F now, mister. Anyway, now you know. I have to go tell the others. Mistress Haruko's orders must be carried out promptly and efficiently. She's such a little freakazoid. Darumi bounded away, leaving chaos and confusion in her wake. Another meeting, huh? But it's only us this time. The deadline's tomorrow, so maybe Haruko wants to discuss that test she mentioned. Well, only one way to find out. Cafeteria, here I come. Oogie, let's just fast travel, because I will never learn how to navigate the school. Ah, you're all here. You bet we are. I gathered them all up, just like you told me. I can see that. You did an admirable job, Darumi. Alright, relax. Relax, you. Did something happen between those two? Come on, let's hear it. What do you want this time? I want a report on your progress. How are your attempts to win over the non-fighters going? So this was part of your plan. Have you managed to convince them yet? You only have 1 day left. Well, not all of them, but I think Tsubasa and Gaku are starting to come around. I see. That's good. I didn't expect you to convert all 5, of course, but we can deal with the holdouts later. Deal with them how? True to my original plan, anybody who doesn't have the will— oh shit. Anyone who doesn't have the will to fight will be forced to leave tomorrow. I keep pressing the right click and that skips dialogue, and that's dangerous. Maybe I should just only press the spacebar. What? Wait a minute. It took a while, but we've made real progress. With just a little more time, I'm sure we can— I'm sorry, but a promise is a promise. I can't go back on my word. But without any protection or battle experience, they'll die out there. If they're not going to contribute to the war effort anyway, what difference does it make? Why does it have to be like this? To defeat the invaders and win the war, naturally. You really think abandoning those guys is gonna make it any easier for us to win? I'm certain of it. I've already pointed out the possibility of them drawing the enemy's attention away from the school for a while. There's also the chance that facing real danger will knock some sense into them and finally bring out their fighting spirit. Those chances are slim. It's not worth the risk. There is nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. Allowing victory to elude us would render the risk we've taken and the sacrifices we've made up to now completely meaningless. If you have time to spend worrying about the others, I prefer you spend it training to use your hemo anima more effectively. The enemy commanders are far stronger than us. We'll never defeat them if we get too hung up on our own survival. When push comes to shove, we all have to be prepared to give our lives. As usual, Haruko left no room for discussion, leaving us alone to mull over her words and consider our options. Such an ice queen. How could anyone not stand that? Something she said just now bothers me. Aside from the obvious, you mean? I'm at a bar and I'm supporting you from afar. Make great haste and prosper. Thanks, chick. You gotta... What are you ordering at the bar? I told... Dude, honestly, I'm at a bar, I am supporting you from afar is bars. don't put the stream on the TV. That'll give me worse secondhand embarrassment than when Noir was like, look, Mikey, I got all of my normal ass friends watching your stream, and like they were just smiling awkwardly, and that video made me want to die so badly. That gave me the worst secondhand embarrassment I've ever felt in my entire life. It would be so much worse if I was on the fucking bar TV. Honestly though, I feel like normal ass people could get into the 100 line or Danganronpa just because like it's basically Squid Game before Squid Game. Like the people yearn for the death game. So, it's just kind of human nature that they would enjoy it. But just not me. I'm not going to be the one to introduce the world to Japanese death games. It's not going to be me. I can't do that. Yes, but never mind. It's probably just my imagination. Nothing worth worrying about. People might see the freaky brother and sister. Yeah, that's true. That's super true. There are some unsavory. It's just like hard to accept characters. I feel like you have to be so chronically like into anime that you're just like you can kind of look past it because it's crazy how like I'm a little bit desensitized to like the fucking incest subplot because it's in so many animes. Like, and I shouldn't be even a little bit desensitized to it, but I am a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah, that's just Kadaka's writing again. You know, he had to write Haiji Toa in Ultra Despair Girls. He had to write Korekio in V3. He's got to bring back, you know, the weird pervert brother archetype for a third rerun. It's kind of insane that like if you watch anime you're like, oh yeah, that's the pervert scene. Oh, that's just a classic animeism. You just have to look past that. And it's like, if that's your first anime, you're like, what do you mean look past that? What is this? It's like, you really have to be, you have to, I don't know, delude yourself. You have to be a little delusional to like look past that. Luckily for me, I have forgotten Tsumugi's Love Hotel. A lot of the Love Hotels were very freaky, and I'm like, that's crazy that they would just have that in this game. Like, I think Korekio's was like very, very blatantly like, yeah, I'm into like bondage, and it's like, okay, that's crazy. It's unfortunate that I have to see all of these scenes so that I can unlock everything in the gallery. I really could have done without that, but now I know. I'm just trying to unlock all of the achievements. That's crazy. Anime really is something else. It really is such a like large disparity in cultures. The thing is, I just don't know, like, is this something that is like kind of normalized in Japan? Like, is this, I don't know, like, I don't know. Maybe. I really have no idea what the culture of Japan is like to have, you know, is fucking, I don't know. I think there's just a large difference in what's taboo in the West rather than like Japan and other Eastern countries. And it's a big culture shock that you have to kind of get over, unfortunately. And it's like, I don't know. I'd rather not get over it, but it's just kind of is what it is, and that's just what it is. It is what it is, and that's what it is. What's our next move? Today's our last chance to save those guys.
Hey!
I'll talk to them one last time. It might not do any good, but it's worth a try. Some people really haven't entered freak mode yet. And that's hard to imagine, exactly. I'm chronically... Dude, my first anime... The first anime I ever watched was about this guy who he was like a tough thug. Like almost like Takamaru here on screen. Like he was like a super tough guy. He always got into like fights and stuff. And he wanted a girlfriend really bad, but no girl would go out with him because I think he just had negative riz. He just had negative 100 riz, and the shtick was he like wished for like a girlfriend really bad or something. It was some sort of magical happenstance where his right hand turned into a little anime girl. He had like a little anime girl, almost like puppet, on his right hand, which happened to be the hand that he like fought everyone with. So now he's got this like living, breathing, like torso up of an anime girl that's like in love with him. So it's like a play on my hand is my girlfriend. And I'm like, this is really the first anime that I ever watched. This is not normal. This is really out there. Even for like modern animes. But it was kind of fun. It was absurd, to say the least. But I must have enjoyed it enough that I kept watching anime after that. But I can't imagine that being someone's first anime. Little Witch Academia always seemed really cute. I always meant to watch it, but I don't think it was on like most streaming platforms. Like I think I tried watching it on like Netflix or Crunchyroll and it like wasn't on there. Crunchyroll is so unreliable when it comes to anime. Like it just never has what I want on it. Oh, it is on Netflix? Interesting. I haven't tried using Netflix in almost like 10 years. I used to just watch everything that was on Netflix. Like, I watched all of Hunter x Hunter up to where, like, it was, like, on hiatus at some point. So I watched, like, 100 episodes of Hunter x Hunter on Netflix, and I watched a bunch of other random nonsense on Netflix because I was just grounded from my computer. So that was all I had. I think I watched Samurai Champloo on Netflix. And I know originally it didn't have an anime. It had like, it was like an OVA, which is like a movie or something. I don't really know what an OVA even stands for. But it was like an OVA, and then eventually it got an anime. But I never watched either. It's always been on my plan to watch because it seems very cute. There's Ghost Stories. Is Ghost Stories the one with the crazy ass dub? I watched Ghost Hunt, I think. I think I watched Ghost Hunt thinking that it would be Ghost Stories. And I was like, I mean, Ghost Hunt is still solid. It's pretty campy. But I never watched Ghost Stories for myself. I just always watched all of the out-of-pocket moments. Like, YouTube compilation of Ghost Stories dub acting out of pocket. I watched a whole bunch of the a bunch of clips, but I never watched it. Shad, I was telling Schiff, I'm like the only anime that you've ever watched is Code Geass. That's it. have you watched anything other than Code Geass, or was that just a one and done for you? Because all I know is Code Geass. And me and Schiff were talking about how we how we were gonna watch Call of the Night, and we were comparing and contrasting our anime lists. That's pretty funny that you never even finished it. I was saying to Schiff, I was like, you don't be watching animes, but you'll be watching hella movies. I didn't realize you watched movies like you do. Like, you be deep in watching movies. When I was watching you do Guess the Movie by like the GIF, and you were just like, oh yeah, that's Heat right there. That's Bridge to Terabithia. That's Bad Boys. And I was like, damn, you know movies. I don't think I finished season 1. I think I started season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen, and I'm like, when does Gojo go beast mode? I'm like, I don't really have any. What's the main character of Jujutsu Kaisen? What the hell is his name? I was like, I don't really care for this character too much. I think it really levels up like later on, but I'm like, man, I don't know. I just kind of like stopped watching it, and I think I started watching Attack on Titan instead. The Curse Womb. Yuji, that's right. I remember there kept being flashbacks to him like remembering his grandpa on his deathbed being like, I don't even know what he said. He'd be like, you got this, Yuji. And he'd be like, I remember. I gotta do this for my grandpa. And then he would boss up, and then I'm like, why do you keep having flashbacks to like your grandpa? It's supposed to be like a heartfelt moment, like I didn't just know his grandpa for 10 minutes and then he died. I'm like, this doesn't have any weight to me because I don't really know the guy. And it's supposed to be like a powerful moment, but it's completely lost on me because I have no connection to his grandpa. Or like maybe, I think it was his grandpa. I don't think it was his dad. But yeah, I was kind of like, this is completely lost on me. And then they started like, I think they started explaining like domains to me, and I'm like, I don't really get this, to be honest. Just call it and I'll understand. But I pivoted from Jujutsu Kaisen into completing all of Attack on Titan in like 1 month, and that was too much Attack on Titan to do back to back to back to back. Literally season 1 to finishing the whole series. We have to do something or it'll all be over for them tomorrow. You're right, we can't possibly abandon our friends to such a cruel fate. I need to figure out a voice that fits Aito. I feel like I gotta do like a very soft spoken voice. My Hero in 1 month is insane. That's probably like 6 hours of My Hero like every day, because there's, let's see, 7 seasons. All right, let's try and math this out. Let's assume that it's 12 episodes, so 84 times 20-minute episodes. So that's, all right, wait. Okay, so 1680 times, or divided by 60. I guess that's actually not that insane. That'd be 28 hours of My Hero. That's not that not that insane. It's still a lot though. That's still like over 2 days straight of watching My Hero. 12 episodes first season, 25 for the rest of this. God, okay. So 25 times 6 and then plus 12 plus 21, so that's 183 episodes. 183 times 20 is 3,660. 3,660 divided by 60 is 61 hours of My Hero Academia. And then that's 24, 48. That's basically 3 days worth of watching My Hero Academia. That's crazy. You were locked in. That was like a full-time job of watching My Hero Academia. 4 movies, that's like maybe like an hour and a half for each of them. Maybe like an hour. I don't know. I don't really know how long anime movies usually are. The only anime movie I've ever watched is one of the ones for Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, because that's one of my favorite animes of all time. I just really like slice of life where sometimes things happen. That's like my favorite genre of anime. And then there's like 4 movies for that series. I've only watched one of them though. And I think that was like an hour or like an hour and a half or something. Oh, and there was also a movie for that anime that I was really disappointed by. Oh my god, what the hell is it called? I was so disappointed I made a video about it. Wonder Egg Priority. I watched the movie for Wonder Egg Priority because they fumbled the ending and they're like, listen, COVID literally just happened, it fucked everything up, so we're gonna make a movie to like make everything correct in the end. And then the movie was half an hour of recap, half an hour of nothing happened, and I was like, so you lied to me. You tricked me into watching your movie. That was messed up. I was even disappointed by the movie. Because I think what I wanted it to be was I wanted it to be like a fantasy show, but they mixed sci-fi and fantasy in a way that didn't really make sense to me. And I'm like, we're getting a little too lost in the sauce here. Like, this is a little too convoluted. If it was just a magical girl anime, it would have been cool. But now you're bringing in like science and like homunculus and stuff like that, and I'm like, all right, we're doing too much here. But I honestly I've been really slacking on watching anime. Like, I think Frieren was the last new anime to come out, and I only watched it because everyone was raving about it. Don Da Don, is that Don Da Don or Don? I haven't watched it. I've heard really good things about it, and I think it's the main girl. She's got like a super sick ass haircut. Because I remember my friend showing me an image of her, and I was like, damn, she's kind of rocking that shit. What is it? Like, what kind of show is it? Like, what happens? I guess. I guess I wouldn't want you to spoil anything, but I don't really know what kind of show it is. Like, is it an action show or is it like a slice of life? Sci-fi? Interesting. Interesting. I assumed that it was like a slice of life with like some supernatural stuff, almost like a Mob Psycho. That's kind of how I assumed that it was, but I have no idea because I've never seen anything about it. But there's so much stuff that I feel like I gotta watch. There's like Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like I should finish. Call the Night, Steins Gate, the movies for Evangelion, the movies for Madoka Magica. I think there's stuff with the Fate series that I want to watch. Fate is a classic. That's almost like some old head stuff. You're right. We can't possibly abandon our friends to such a cruel fate. I won't let Haruko force them out either. I'll step in to protect them if I have to. You can't use violence and threats to get people to do what you want. Society just don't work like that. I never expected Takamaru to be the one to uphold the laws of society. Appearances can be deceiving, I guess. I really have no read on Takamaru as a character. He totally flip-flops between like being like a hardhead asshole and being like a nice guy. In the back of my mind, I'd been expecting, hoping really, that Haruko would go back on her plan and cut the non-fighters some slack. I could see now how foolish I'd been to think that. Even if I've managed to change Tsubasa and Gaku's minds, Shoma and the twins will still have to leave. I can't let that happen. I have to try to talk to them one last time. I should talk to Shoma, Ima, and Kako before it's too late. Well, Ima and Kako seem to have some sort of scheme. I'm curious, what if I just didn't? Okay, they don't let me do that. I could talk to Kako like independently. Like maybe she's actually cool to talk to if her brother isn't looming over her shoulder. But Shoma is fun to listen to. I enjoy just doing the Shoma voice. But Kako could be interesting. We'll do this. I'm sure I talked to all of them. I rang the doorbell and waited. After a little while, the door was pulled open by a shaky, hesitant hand. Brother dearest, Oh, it's you, Takumi. Sorry if I surprised you. I just wanted to ask you something. Have you made your decision on what you're going to say tomorrow? If you don't agree to fight like the rest of us, you'll have to leave. I know, but my dear brother said he had a plan. He said there's no need for me to fight. Tsubasa should be given a pass. I think so. I think she'll come around. I think we've successfully convinced her to fight with us. So I think she'll be allowed to stay. Like, I guess she just has to throw up into the bag and just deal with it. Like, that kind of really sucks, but I guess that's the angle that they're going for. Like, that's not really a great solution, but I guess it is some form of solution. It, like, alleviates the problem, but it doesn't solve the problem. Just like he said, there's no need for me to ever get married or leave home. I feel like that's a discussion for another day. Okay, but let's put Ima and his plan aside for now. What do you want to do? Me? She's really working overtime trying to think. She's trying to form her first thought. Was it really that hard of a question? I don't really know. My dear brother usually handles all the big decisions. It's no different now. I have no choice but to go along with what he says. Alright, I guess that's that then. Thank you for coming. She was not able to form her first thought. Kako bowed uncertainly and closed the door, being careful to avoid making eye contact the whole time.
Hey!
That's about what I expected. I can't imagine a timid girl like that ever going out on the battlefield. Alright, Shoma. This is Shoma's room. I wonder if he's in? I rang the doorbell and waited. Eventually the door slowly opened. Hello, I'm sorry. Please forgive me for ruining your day with my existence. Well, we're off to a great start here. Hey, Shoma, that deadline Haruko set for you guys is coming up tomorrow, you know? Are you sure you won't reconsider things? At this rate, she really is going to throw you out. Yes, I know. I guess I'll just be thrown out like the trash I am. You don't really want that though, right? You shouldn't expect too much from me. I'm so hopelessly inept that me losing is basically a foregone conclusion, no matter what kind of conflict it is. This isn't some kind of physical or psychological shortcoming I could work on and overcome someday. My uselessness is baked into me at a cellular level. I may as well accept my fate. My staying here would only cause more trouble for everyone. You understand what you're saying, right? Once you get beyond the wall of fire, you'll probably die. Yes, I know. I've accepted that too. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but it's better to get it over with now so I don't really let you down later. I'm sorry you had to end up here with someone like me. Shoma bowed his head in a gesture of deep regret and disappeared back into the darkness of his room. It's no good. He's too pessimistic for me to convince him now. I guess we talk to Ima. You feel like you could fight? Is that what you mean? I feel like I kind of relate to a lot of the non-fighters. I'd really rather not, but I don't know. I wonder if the peer pressure of being I feel like I guess I would do it. Like the pressure of going out there and dying it certainly has to be worse than just planting your feet in the sand and fighting with Haruko and all the fighters. This is Ima's room. Let's see if he's around. God damn. He opened that door he slammed that shit open. Oh, Mr. Samino, it's you. To what do I owe the pleasure? Don't tell me you're still hoping to convert me to your side. How much do you think you can achieve in just one day? Ima, please, at least think about it. I've done all the thinking I need to, Mr. Samino. My safety is guaranteed thanks to the plan I've come up with.
Huh?
Oh, right. You mentioned before that you had a plan of your own. It's a simple enough solution. All I need is a way for me and my dear sister to remain at the academy without needing to fight. There's no way Haruko is going to allow that. That's the problem my strategy aims to address.
Hey!
And what is this strategy exactly? Oh, I'm so sorry, but I can't tell you that. If you knew about it, it would lose all strategic value. Imo waved me goodbye and closed the door, his easy smile devoid of any kind of fear or anxiety. Oops. He seems so confident. I hope the secret plan of his isn't anything violent. I've talked to all three of the remaining non-fighters, but it hasn't done any good. I've done what I can now. I guess I'll just go back to my room. I had a feeling it would turn out this way, but I'm still not happy about it. If those three really are kicked out tomorrow, what'll happen to them? Isn't there anything I can do? That's what I thought their plan was. I was like, what if they just hide in the school and they just steal food? Like, they could probably do it at night or something. Like, they could just snag food while nobody's looking at the cafeteria. Like, they could just hide the whole time. That's what I thought their plan was. But who knows? Maybe there's already people hiding in the walls already. Bing bong. I almost kind of hope that Ima tries to like usurp Haruko and like take her down or something like that. Like, I think that would be an interesting plot point. I'm really waiting for like the drama to really go nuclear. Like, I wonder when it's going to really just like tip over. Like, they're building up like all this tension. I feel like this is gonna be Aito. I wonder who that could be. Has one of them changed their mind after all? Show me Aito! Hope fluttered in my chest as I went to the door, but when I opened it... Huh. Yes! Yes! I knew it! Hello, Takumi. May I have a moment of your time? Oh, hey, Aito. What's up? I wanted to discuss something with you. You know, about Haruko. What about her? You remember what I told you in the cafeteria this morning? Something Haruko said back then bothered me. I've been thinking about it, and I'm sure now that it's important. Well, get on with it, bub. So what did she say that was so strange? I thought you said it was probably nothing. That was just an excuse. I thought it would be better if we didn't discuss it in front of everyone. What do you mean? I'm almost certain Haruko is hiding something from us. If I'd pressed the matter, we'd have gotten into a big argument. Things are strained enough right now as it is. I didn't want to risk escalating them further. I really do think that Haruko has done 100 days here in the past, and she's back for more. That's what I am assuming. I guess that makes sense. What is it that you think she's hiding? I want you to think back to what Haruko told us before she left, and see if anything stands out. She could be the mastermind. Bro, Shoma's the mastermind. I feel like you might have said that like yesterday. But maybe. You never know. With Danganronpa writing, literally anything is possible. The enemy commanders are far stronger than us. We'll never defeat them if we get too hung up on our own survival. That humanoid invader with the strange transformation was certainly stronger than any other foes we've come up against. But she said commanders, plural, not singular. Huh? We've never even fought an invader like that before or since. It's not impossible that there's others like it out there. But Haruko spoke about there being more as if it was a sure thing. Now that you mention it, that is kind of weird. Bear in mind, what I'm about to say is just my own conjecture. But it seems to me that Haruko views this war differently from the rest of us. Almost like she knows something we don't. That wouldn't be out of the question. She did say she's been fighting the invaders a lot longer than we have. Curling iron as a weapon? You just like burn them. You apply like a burn debuff. And then the burn causes them to take additional damage from other attacks. So it's like a support character weapon. Where you go in, you hit them with the curling iron, and then they take 2 times damage. So maybe they have 5 health total. The curling iron does 1 damage, and then you hit them where they're burnt, and then a move that does 2 damage now does 4 damage, and then you kill the enemy. That's smart. That's smart thinking. I guess they really are getting to the point that she has played these games before. They wouldn't be out of the question. She did say she's been fighting the invaders a lot longer than we have. But if the people in charge have told her something, or if she's found out something for herself, what could it be? Only one way to find out. We have to ask her about it ourselves. What? Just like that? There's no way she'll tell us the truth that easily. She'll probably brush this whole thing off. Knowing what she knows will allow us all to make more informed decisions. It makes sense strategically speaking. If she insists on dodging the issue after that, we can get everyone together and put more pressure on her. We could even make her step down as leader. What? If Haruka is no longer in charge, she won't have any authority to make the others leave. It's not like we voted her into that position to begin with anyway. You're basically suggesting we stage a mutiny. Isn't that a step too far? I don't think it will come to that. Haruka won't let anything happen that might jeopardize our chances of beating the invaders. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what this information she's hiding is, but if it can help us give a better perspective on the war, we ought to know about it. It might even make the last 3 non-fighters change their minds. That's a chance worth betting on, don't you think? I guess. You see? It's in everyone's best interest for Haruko to share what she knows with us. The thing is, though, she scares me. I'm not great at talking to people anyway, and I don't think I can make my case very well. I always feel better around you, Takumi, and you have quite a way with words, so... Ah, so that's what this is all about. Alright, I'll go with you and try and get the truth out of Haruko. Thank you. I think it's best if we talk in private, just the 3 of us, before involving anyone else. I believe Haruko is in the leisure lounge on the 3rd floor, alone. Would you mind coming along with me right now? Sure, no problem. Let's go talk to her. Thank you, Takumi. Is Haruko really hiding something? I can only hope she'll be honest with us. If she refuses, things can get complicated. Well, I'm sure it'll work out somehow. Oh, hi, Kako. What's up? Hi, Kako. I don't see you on your own very often. My dear brother said he needed time to get his master plan ready. He shut himself in his room and doesn't want to be disturbed. What is his plan anyway? Did he tell you anything about it? No, not a thing. He always handles important stuff by himself. I see. If there's nothing else, I'll get back to my walk now. Excuse me. I wish she wasn't tied down by her brother. She's like, kind of cool. Defense room. Where the hell is anything? Bathroom. Leisure lounge. I feel like my if I were to have like a weapon, I would be like some sort of like trap setter. Where like my strategy, although I think it'd be really hard to pull off, where I set up like traps and spikes and whatnot, and I try and lead the enemies into the traps. That's what my combat, if I was a 100-line character, that's what I would do. Aito said Haruko was in the leisure lounge. What would she be doing here all on her own? Look, Takumi, over there. Aito pointed to the pool. From where we were standing, we could make out a shadow moving in the water. As we got closer, whatever it was came to the surface, sending a spray of water across the edge of the pool. Standing there was, of course... Awooga! Humana, humana, humana.
What? We weren't peeping!
It's the classic fan service scene. Every game's gotta have one.
That's right. We wouldn't. That's to say, we didn't.
I wish Aito like pulled the big ass like the collar of his hoodie like over his face. I feel like that would be that's what he should have done in this situation.
Why are you both acting so flustered? Does my body really unsettle you that much?
It's not that, it's just...
Get to the point. I know you didn't walk in here by accident. You knew I'd be here, so you must be here to see me. Out with it. What do you want?
Why'd they have to give her such a sultry voice?
We have something very important we want to discuss with you.
It's very powerful.
Very important, you say? All right. Wait here while I go get
I was about to say, are they just gonna interrogate her while she's like in her bathing suit? We watched Haruko make her way toward the locker room, the silence broken only by the echo of her wet footsteps. Half an hour later. Half an hour? Damn! How long does it take for you to get changed? Thank you for waiting. Now, let's hear this very important matter of yours. My time is precious. Feel free to skip the preamble. Yeah, she walks out of the room and then she just Looney Tunes like feet all the way up in the air, just like slipped and fell backwards. Okay, well, there's no easy way to do this. I just gotta go for the direct approach. Aito, help! Let's hear what Haruko has to say. Alright, I'm gonna come right out and ask. Haruko, do you know something about this war? Shit, I just right-clicked and skipped everything. Haruko, do you know something about this war? Something the rest of us don't? What makes you think that? And so suddenly, too. We figured it out from some of the stuff you've said and done. Plus, if we assume you have information that we don't, it actually explains a lot. Your cold, practical attitude, for one, and your dedication to winning at any cost. Is it true? Do you know the truth about this war? About Last Defense Academy? It's not that we consider you an unfit leader or anything, Haruko. Now that Saray's gone, there's no doubt you're the best person for the job. But I can't follow someone who insists on keeping us in the dark like this. And I'm sure everyone else would feel the same, if they knew. Is that a threat? Are you planning to go behind my back and turn everyone against me? Believe me, I'd rather not have to. Fighting among ourselves could tear this unit apart. If that happens, we'll be in no condition to fight the invaders anymore.
Hey!
We're not trying to start a confrontation here. We're still on your side. We just want to know the truth. Everyone's so confused about what we're doing here and how we got caught up in it. Once we know the truth, it'll be a lot easier for us to focus on doing whatever it takes to win the war and go home. Who's Saray? He's the mascot guy that does the morning announcements. He went missing, so Aito went off on his own, and Saray went missing. And when we found Aito out in like the ruins outside of the school, we opened up a garbage can, and Saray was pieced up. He was like cut in half. Yeah, the little egg guy with like the brain floating in him. Yeah, he's the mascot guy. He's like supposed to be the headmaster. And he's just been dead for half the game already. And we're only like 10 hours in, if you count the prologue. So yeah, he's dead. And we've just been going lone wolf, I guess. It's weird there not being a mascot character. It's like Danganronpa with no Monokuma. Bro, he died even earlier. He died like 7 days in. He got immediately owned. He died instantly. Monokuma would never. Monokuma has the foresight to make 1,000,000 trillion different clones of himself. So even if he does get pieced up. Because I guess Monokuma technically dies literally day one. Because he explodes. Like, Mondo picks him up in like the entrance hall and throws him. So Monokuma does die instantly. But he's wise enough to come back to life. Where Saray, he's just been staying dead. Once we know the truth, it'll be a lot easier for us to focus on doing whatever it takes to win the war and go home. So please, if you know anything that might help explain all of this, I think we have a right to hear it. Exactly. He at least came back. You've really got me up against the wall here. I can hardly shrug this off with an I don't know anything now, can I? I'm impressed. I didn't think you had it in you to grill me this mercilessly. Well, we didn't mean to grill you exactly. And also, I feel like this is a pretty reasonable grilling. This isn't too aggressive. You've asked me if I know something about this war. If I have to answer, then yes, I do have certain information that you may find relevant. Humpty Dumpty gave up. Yeah, he said if you had one shot, one opportunity, and then he didn't even get to the mom's spaghetti part of the song. He just falled over. He fell off the wall, and he had a big fall or whatever. However the nursery rhyme goes, I forget. You do? Really? What is it? Is it about what's in the defense room, or how they chose who to send here? Hold on. Can we go and get the others first? I want everyone to hear this all at once. It will be better for our morale that way.
At ease, soldiers. It's
There
time
he
to hit
is.
the hay.
His spirit lives on, at least.
You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest up while you still can. Well then, good night.
His yawning spray always takes me out. It's psychologically mind-hacking me into yawning. The nighttime announcement. I didn't realize how late it was. We'd be up all night if we try to call a meeting now. Maybe we should pick this up again tomorrow morning. Is that alright with you, Haruko? I'll tell everyone to meet up in the cafeteria, like we did before. Very well, you're right. It's best that everyone hears this firsthand. And you're not going to go back on this? You haven't left me with much choice. Besides, I haven't been hiding this information because it reflects badly on me or anything like that. I just thought it might be better to spare you from such a harrowing truth. Harrowing truth. That's what I'm saying. When's the combat? When do I get to deviate from the path? When do I get to make my own choices? When do I get to beat up another pack of goons? You should tell everyone what was your reason for hiding it, too. Trust us, whatever this truth might be, I'm confident we can handle it. We've made it this far, and most of us have made up our minds to put our lives on the line. Our resolve won't be shaken so easily. And then a jump cuts to everyone being like, oh man, isn't that scary? I don't want to fight. I gotta stop. I gotta take my hand off the mouse and only use the keyboard, because I keep right-clicking and skipping everything. Alright, I'll trust you. Just be aware that it's a long story, and you may not like what you hear. The fact that I've kept the secret from you for this long should give you an idea of how bad it is. Yes, I'll tell everyone to prepare themselves for the worst. I really never thought it would turn out like this. But it's a relief that I'll finally get it off my chest. I'm going to sleep well tonight. A beat later, Haruko was already halfway to the door. Before she could leave, I called after her. Wait, can I ask you one last thing? What is it? Were you serious about the deadline tomorrow? Were you really going to force the non-fighters to leave? You've said time and time again that you didn't care if they died. Did you mean that? The way you talked about protecting us from the truth right now, I'm finding it hard to believe that you're really that heartless. My primary goal here is to win the war. There's nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. Despite those words, Haruko clearly didn't intend to loosen up anytime soon. She continued on her way, her back to us the whole time. Haruko. She's not so bad after all, just a little clumsy when it comes to expressing her feelings. Like Kyoko Kirigiri! Aito and I didn't stick around for long after that. We'd done all we came to do, and it was getting late. We went back to our own rooms. Her backstory is gonna be like, yeah, so I did this before, and my entire team got killed on day 30, so I was the only survivor, and you guys were kidnapped because we needed reinforcements. And she's gonna be like, yeah, so basically my bestest friend in the entire world, he got ripped in half by a giant monster, and then the person I was head over heels in love with, I watched him get crushed by a giant foot and turned into red paste. And she's just gonna she's gonna start trauma dumping all over us, and we'll be like, damn, I don't want to fight. I don't want that to be me. I'm glad we figured things out, but what about this harrowing truth Haruko mentioned? Whatever it is, it's made her obsessed with winning this war, but it's also something she thought we'd be happier not knowing about. What could be that terrible? What is this big secret? No use thinking about it now. By this time tomorrow, she'll have told us everything. I'd better go to bed so I can be fresh for the meeting in the morning. I just remembered, I think when Saray disappeared, he was like, yeah, guys, I'll tell you about the whole reason that you're fighting to protect the school. I'll tell you guys. And then as soon as he said that, he just raised like 20 death flags and then he died. And I hope the same doesn't happen for Haruko. And so ended my 15th day at Last Defense Academy. The 16th day would bring a development none of us were expecting, one that would have a considerable effect on our war effort going forward. You can't be serious, dude. You can't be serious. She can't be gone. Are you serious? They're not talking about Haruko, are they? They can't be talking about Haruko. I've checked all around the side of the wall of fire. There's no sign of her anywhere. She's not in her room either. I've looked in a bunch of classrooms, but she's not in any of them. Sorry for being so useless. I don't understand this. Damn it, where the hell is she? Haruko had disappeared. Fuck off! That's so stupid. First Saray goes, guys, I have an important secret to tell you, and then he disappears. And then Haruko's like, fine, I'll tell you my super duper secret. And then she disappears. Who's kidnapping all these guys and throwing them out of the school? Who's in the walls? Today was supposed to be the day she told us all about what she had been hiding, but when we got to the cafeteria that morning, Haruko wasn't there. We waited long enough that we started to get worried. A few of us rang the doorbell outside her room, but there was no answer. That's when we knew something wasn't right. We decided to split up and search the school for her. If it's Ima's doing, I'm a duct tape that guy to the wall, and I'm gonna throw tomatoes at him until he's completely red. We scoured every inch of the academy but failed to find any clue as to her whereabouts. I've never even seen these CGs before. They're pretty cool though. After that, we tried looking outside. We followed the wall of fire all the way around, but still didn't find anything. Haruko was gone, vanished without a trace. Where'd you go? Where'd you go, mistress? It's safe to say she isn't anywhere on school grounds. That just leaves one explanation. She must have gone outside the wall. No, that's not possible. I mean, both fire extinguishers are still in the entrance hall. She couldn't have gotten out without using one of them. Then where is she? Why'd she pick now to pull a disappearing act? You guys said that Haruko was hiding something from us, right? Some kind of secret about the war? Isn't it weird that she went missing right before she could tell us? It's the same as what happened with Sarai. You mean we're going to find her chopped up and stuffed in a trash can somewhere? Don't say that. You're gonna make me... Ugh. If Miss Shizuhara is gone, that means her fight or leave ultimatum no longer applies, right? I mean, nobody's going to want to test us while all this is going on. The rest of you don't even know what the test is going to be, right? Right? Shut the hell up, man. Why are you acting so happy? Wait a minute. Ima, didn't you say you had a plan to get out of fighting or having to leave? What's the matter? You don't think I had something to do with this, do you? Have a little faith, Mr. Samino. I'm sad to say, my secret plan was a total bust. Miss Shizuhara disappeared before I had a chance to spring it on her. Maybe this is redundant at this point, but just what was your plan? This fucking idiot. I was going to seduce her. Didn't I mention I'm a master in the art of love? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think he did it. It's gonna be some shit like Shoma did it. Yeah, he really thought he was that guy. Oh, I'll just seduce her. Yeah, okay, buddy. Good luck with that. What about your sister? Nobody would fall for that. Nobody would even fall for that scheme. Everybody knows you're into your sister, you little weirdo. It would never work. Excuse me? Back in the complex, I'm pretty well known in certain circles, practically a celebrity. The financial aid of my many kind friends is what's allowed me to put food on the table for me and my dear sister when times got tough. I'm sorry, everyone. I know my dear brother's aura makes him seem pure and chaste, but... Ugh. What aura? What aura? Where's the aura? There's an aura of stink on that guy. That's just... It's not aura, that's stench. You have no pull, you have no game. So you were gonna put the moves on Haruko and get her to let you off the hook that way?
Huh?
Exactly. It would have been the perfect plan, one only I could have pulled off. There are so many problems with that, I don't even know where to start. But we've got more important things to worry about right now. If you didn't do anything to Haruko, then where is she? If the school got attacked now, we'd really be in trouble. Hey, yeah, we've got no Sarai, no Haruko. It'd be a total crap fest. Let's try not to get sidetracked with worst case scenarios. Maybe we should search the school again?
Hey!
Yeah, that's about the only thing we can do right now. Yeah, Haruko would not fall for it. Man, that's messed up. They're like, hey, we just humanized Haruko and made her less scary. And now they're like, bye-bye. Bye-bye, Haruko. We wandered around the academy, looking for Haruko for the rest of the day. By the time the sun went down, we'd made no progress whatsoever. We were starting to get desperate.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
Nagito's in Pokemon now? What do you mean? Like actual, is it like a crossover, or what does that mean?
You never know when the invaders might attack, so
Oh,
rest up
his
while you
English
still
VAs in
can.
the show. The English one? Isn't the English one Bryce Papenbrook? I met that guy. I cosplayed Makoto one time, and I don't think he recognized Makoto. I was in Makoto cosplay, and I met him because I think he also voices like Goku or something. He like voices everything. Yeah. Because I think my friend got a signed thing for Goku. He got like a Goku print like signed, and I was also there, and he either like didn't recognize that I was Makoto, or he was like just locked in on signing the thing, because I don't think he said anything. Maybe he knew and he just didn't say anything about me being Makoto, but I was shy. I was like, wait a second, you're me and I'm you. It was cool though. My first convention experience was super sick.
Well then. Hey.
This is terrible. It felt like we'd finally reached an understanding with Haruko, and now she's gone. She couldn't have just disappeared. She has to be around here somewhere. The fire extinguishers haven't been used, so we know she hasn't gone outside the wall. She's still on school grounds. She has to be. Let's look around one more time. Wait, Takumi, it's late. It's getting dark. We'll have a better chance of finding something in the morning. It's important we take time to rest, too. If there's some other crisis after this, the last thing we need is to be sleep-deprived during it. He's right. We can't spend all night searching and risk the next attack taking us by surprise. We need to conserve our stamina, so we'll be ready to fight when the time comes.
Hey!
Alright, you win. Let's call it a day. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow Haruko will come back like nothing ever happened, and she'll explain everything. And then everyone stood up and clapped, and everyone lived happily ever after. Keep dreaming, Takumi. You wish. You absolutely wish. Anything's possible, I guess. I'll let everyone know we're done for today. You can go on back to your room. Sleep well. I'll see you in the morning. She'll be back tomorrow, like nothing ever happened. Even as I said it, I knew the chances of such a miracle were practically zero. I slept fitfully that night, too uneasy to really relax. Anytime things started to go our way here, those hopes were squashed almost immediately. Was that just the kind of place Last Defense Academy was? I really wonder, like, did they just break into her room and just snag her? Like, if there's like a third party who got rid of her, like, when did they do it? That's what I'm kind of wondering. As soon as we were all up, we resumed the search for Haruko. We started with the school interior. Nothing. Then we split into groups and checked outside. Everywhere we could reach, right up to the wall of fire. Still nothing. It was obvious now that Haruko wasn't going to just show up out of nowhere. She disappeared, utterly and completely. Another day and we didn't find anything. This is bullshit, man. People don't just blip out of existence like this. We've been as thorough as we can, but there's still no sign of her. Does this mean she really did go outside the wall? What about the fire extinguishers, though? You can't get out without using one of them, right? Yeah, I'm sure of that much. Then where could she be? Maybe she got kicked from the server. She might have lost her connection because of sunspots or something. Can I say something? Listen up, everyone. My darling sister is about to grace us with her words of wisdom. Wait, I gotta form my first thought. You can do it, sister dearest. I think I spotted an inconsistency in your logic just now. Something that doesn't quite add up. Alright, spit it out then. What's this inconsistency you spotted, Kako? It could be nothing, but... What if using the fire extinguishers isn't the only way to get past the undying flames? Haruka was keeping secrets, right? She knew things that we don't. What if that included a way out of the school that none of us have noticed yet? A way out? It's like back in the complex, you end up finding shortcuts and stuff in your neighborhood as you grow up and get to know it better. That's right, none of us even considered that possibility. You're a genius, sister dearest. Oh, if only we'd gotten to know Miss Shizuhara better, she might have agreed to smuggle us out with her. The flames? I don't know. I think it's... I don't know if they explained it. They just kind of were like, yep, those are just the flames of unending despair. They're like, yeah, it just is what it is. Everybody knows the infinite flames of infinite doom. I think they just speak of it as like a thing that's just normal. I think it's a defense against the invaders. It like keeps the students in and also keeps the invaders out, but sometimes they break through. I don't remember. I kind of forget. I've just kind of accepted them as they're just there. So she left and went back to the TRC on her own? Hey moron, this is Haruka we're talking about. She was more serious about beating the invaders than any of us. That could have been an act for all we know. This is the only explanation that covers all the facts. Actually, I thought of something else that might explain it. Oh, really? What's the other explanation you thought of, Kako? There's a difference between this disappearance and the last one. Haruka was one of us. She couldn't detonate the bombs inside us like Sarai could. Oh, I see. So any one of us could be the culprit here. Huh? If one of us killed her, carried the body outside the wall of fire, then came back after disposing it, that would account for there still being 2 fire extinguishers here, wouldn't it? What? Since the corpse recovery drones don't work outside school grounds, they wouldn't have detected her death or brought her back to revive her. And it would be like Miss Shizuhara had vanished into thin air. Dude, I forgot that there were bombs in us too. I forgot that that's like a Sarai thing. Sarai was like, oh yeah, and also there's bombs in you guys, so you guys do actually have to fight. And then everyone was still like, no, I won't fight. I don't care if I get blown up. Outstanding, sister dearest. You've thought of everything. Wait a minute. You really think Haruka was murdered? By one of us? Who was it? Which one of you killed her? Whoa, don't look at me. We don't even know for sure if that's what happened. No, it's the only explanation that makes sense. Mistress Haruka would never run off and abandon us. And she wouldn't let any second-rate invaders do her in either. But she'd let her guard down around one of us. That'd be all the killer would need to get the jump on her. Don't talk like that, Darumi. We're not murderers. None of us would turn on a friend. Are you sure about that? Okay, well, Darumi, you are the murderer. You are, like, the most suspicious. Like, you're the most bloodthirsty of them all, so, you know. I guess you make a compelling argument. We've only known each other for a couple of weeks. You don't know what everyone's capable of. Maybe, but still. My beloved mistress Haruko's been taken away from me in such a cruel way, too. I need to honor her memory by enjoying this paranoia-filled atmosphere to the max. That's your takeaway from all this? Yeah, this is definitely giving, like... This is also kind of giving me 999 vibes, where, like, Snake disappears. It's almost kind of a similar vibe. It's very much... we're finally getting to, like, the murder mystery type of deal. I was worried that there would be, like, not a whole lot of mystery in this game and just a lot of turn-based combat. But here it is. Here's the mystery. But please, it was only a theory. There's no firm evidence to support it. Right, just a theory. A game theory. Just one possibility. You explained yourself really well though, Kako. I think this is the most we've heard you talk since we got here. This is her field of interest after all. Oh, I just realized it's nighttime. Again.
At ease, soldiers. It's time to hit the hay.
Shut up, Saray. There goes the nighttime announcement. Another day is coming to an end. Both those theories mean Haruko could have left school grounds. Looking outside the wall is starting to sound like a better idea, don't you think? Let's save that for tomorrow. We're not likely to find anything in the dark. But if she really did have a secret way out, she's probably miles away by now. Nah, we'll find her. Pieces of her anyway. Hey, you think we could shove the parts in the Revive-O-Matic? Maybe it'll still work, even if they're a little rotten. No, the manual was clear about that. It has to be used immediately after death. A few minutes at most. That won't matter if Haruko's still alive, and I sincerely believe that she is. I don't think discussing things any further will help us at this point. Let's take a break and get some sleep. Tomorrow, we'll come up with a plan and take action. Oh, right, that's probably the best approach. The group dispersed, all of us exhausted and demoralized from another day of fruitless searching. We made our way back to our rooms in heavy, sullen silence. I feel like the invaders are gonna just show up today. As tired as I felt, I find it hard to sleep that night. I just couldn't switch off. Where was Haruko? How and why did she disappear so completely? We'd gone over a couple of possibilities today, but I wasn't willing to believe either of them yet. Haruko running away, one of us killing her, each sounded just as impossible as the other. I'm not gonna lie, why did it take like 2 full days for anyone to think, hey, maybe we should just look outside school grounds anyway? Like, when Aito went missing, he was outside the school. When Saray went missing, he was outside the school. I feel like logically you should just look outside. It's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. I don't know. Extra shame on me. They should know better. They should be looking outside for Haruko like instantly. That's what I would do at least. My primary goal here is to win the war. There's nothing I won't do for the sake of victory. But it's not enough for us to defeat the invaders. All of us have to survive as well. That's what victory means to me. I don't think she was lying then, so why would she leave us so suddenly? I didn't come up with any answers that night, but I did eventually drift off. Sleep gave me no relief. Thoughts of Haruko and what might have happened to her haunted my dreams. He's thinking of Haruko in the bathing suit. You sly dog, you Takumi. It went on and on like that for a while. Time seemed to lose all meaning. I could have slept several hours, or only a few minutes. Wipe that drool off your face. All of a sudden, my eyes flickered open. My body felt hot. Something was wrong. I glanced around trying to get my bearings. It couldn't be morning already. It was still dark out. Then, I caught sight of something in the corner of my eye that had me springing to my feet. Is it the ghost boy? It is. It's back.
You! What are you doing here?
I could barely speak. Fear and confusion were making my throat seize up. We saw this guy once in the demo. My hypothesis is that this guy is like the spirit of the weapons that we like inherit with hemo anima. Or it's either that or he's like the last person who used the same power as me. So like if Haruko's alright, here's a theory / hypothesis. So I hypothesize that Haruko's entire like team died and that we're all the reinforcements. So if her entire team died, this could be from Haruko's last team, like her last teammate got like involved by like the wall of fire or something like that and like killed, and like this is the ghost of the last person who had the same power as me. That's my theory, because I mean he's got the heart thing like on his chest, the same sort of thing that we have when we use our hemo anima. So that's my hypothesis. I feel like I need a little more water. I just drank water, but I need more. I could barely speak. Fear and confusion were making my throat seize up.
Who are you? What are you? Why are you in my room?
He said, ah. It's trying to speak again, but I still can't make anything out. It's just the same as last time. What is this thing?
Are you an invader? Why do you keep attacking the school? What do you want from us? I know there's something here, but what is it? I can't hear you. At least talk in a way I can understand.
This is getting me nowhere.
Did you do something to Hideko? Wait, no, not just her. What happened to Sirei? Was that you too? What did you... Ah.
Uh-oh.
Hey!
He said, got a blast. He's gone. More importantly, is that the alarm?
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Unauthorized personnel detected on school grounds. Defense mode initiated. All available troops prepare for battle immediately.
I was right. The invaders are back. So maybe he's a sign that the invaders are coming? Maybe? Like maybe he's trying to warn Takumi? Damn it, not only do we have to fight them at night, we have to do it without Haruko too. Was this part of their plan? Did they get rid of her so they could attack while we're confused and disorganized? I'm not gonna lie, Hiroko was... She was kind of my big damage dealer, so now that she's gone, I'm like, uh-oh. We might be in a little bit more trouble now. Because she was kind of really strong, and now we're maybe a little kind of weak. No time to think about that now. I've got to get to the war room and get ready to fight. It is... I kind of had a feeling something like this would happen. Oh, hey, Shoma, what's up? Because, like, her skills were, like, maxed out. So, I guess it kind of makes sense that she would be unavailable. She was almost like a tutorial character. That alarm means the invaders are coming, right? They're gonna be here soon? I'm so sorry. I'm so scared. I can't move an inch. Alright. See ya, fucking bozo. We go war room. Takumi, it's an attack. We've got a fresh batch of invaders to deal with. I know. Right when I thought I was finally gonna get some sleep too. Bastards could have held off till morning. Is it just the 4 of us though? What about Gaku and Tsubasa? I don't think they're coming. I did knock on their doors just in case. But Gaku didn't answer, and all I could hear from Tsubasa's room was a lot of dry retching. What a bunch of party poopers. They should just embrace the bloodlust already. We'll just have to make do with what we've got. I guess so. I wish Haruka was here though. Wish all you want. It won't change a thing. We're still plenty strong even without her. Wasn't Takamaru kind of like pissed because like Haruka was the boss and he wanted to be the boss? I don't really remember though. That was like in the demo. Yeah, what's the worst that could happen apart from all of us dying horribly, I mean? I won't let that happen. I can't die here. I made a promise.
Don't be so modest. You can do it if you try, Taki. I guarantee it.
Remember this guy? We haven't seen her ass in 10 hours. She's probably dead. That's right. I'm going to survive and make it back to the complex. Back to Karuwa. So I can't die here. Let's do this. Let's protect our school. We'll kill the enemy and make it through this alive. Takumi. Now you're talking. This is gonna be a total bloodbath. Oh, I'm gonna get so much XP. Yeah, she's probably super duper dead. And we're gonna find out, we're gonna get confirmation that she's dead like 50 hours from now. Right, of course. This is the only way to keep everyone safe. This game's really not on PS5? That's kind of surprising. So what is it on? Is it on Switch and PC? That's it? I would have thought it would have been on PS5. I wouldn't imagine Xbox because it was like a originally like the Danganronpa games were like PSP. So I thought they were just kind of cool with Sony. Although I guess Tokyo Games and Spike Chunsoft are different studios, so maybe they would have different sort of deals. But that honestly surprises me. I would have imagined they would put it on PS5 or like some consoles. The fear hasn't gone away. I don't think it ever will. But if I let it get to me, I won't be able to save everyone. Or anyone. I'll do whatever it takes, even if it means fighting. Even if it means killing.
Come on, guys. Let's get this defensive battle underway.
Time to Aura Farm. Bing. At least there's like a whole bunch of streams that you can watch, so you can still be filled in on what's happening. It is time to clock some tea. Wait. You're telling me I gotta fight on 2 fronts at the same time? Are you serious? Oh, we're so cooked. This is too crazy.
Caught above the rest for sure.
Do you think they're commanders? If they are, then what Hideko said was true. There's more than one of them in the invader army.
Yeah,
Now we've got to deal with 2 of them.
I'm in
off the
trouble.
bat.
We're so dead! It's gonna be fun!
I hate to say it, Darumi, but you're absolutely right. We are so dead. Alright. I really should have
Let's go!
I really should have leveled up my skills more. I think if we... Oh my god. Dude, it's so... I got 4 AP and I gotta divide that amongst both these guys? Okay, well, first step is we gotta do this, I think. We gotta at least get that guy a little strong. Wait, this guy's only got 6 health. That's actually not that much health.
My turn.
I think this is probably worth. Because we can do this and it basically refunds our AP that we spent. Because we get +2.
Got it.
So we can do that. And then let's go back over here. Let's see what we can do.
We better get moving.
Oh boy, Aito kind of does some nice damage. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. My idea is this, and then
I'm ready whenever.
have him come over here. Wait, okay, yeah. Have him do... No, this actually kind of doesn't work the way I wanted it to. Oopsies. Oopsies, I miscalculated. I can at least do that.
All well and good.
I swear, every time he does ha like that, it sounds like... It sounds like
It's my turn.
the D's Nuts guys. Where he goes, ha! Got him! Oh, wait, he's actually... He got plus strength off of that, so now he just one-shots these guys. That rocks.
You're in the way. Got it. Nice.
It's killing game time!
Okay. So we can do this. And then... This doesn't kill. That kind of sucks. Honestly, we'll just have her defend and tank the damage.
So annoying!
No! They're all getting jumped. Okay.
We better get moving.
We can do this.
Ready when you are.
So... Trying to think how many attacks it would take to kill this guy. 3? Is that worth? We get our alts soon. I'm trying to think of who is in the most danger. Probably,
Yes, leave it to
probably
me.
Aito. This guy's getting cooked. Although I could two-shot
Here
this
we
guy.
go. I
That's
guess
pretty
it's my
good.
turn.
Got him. Wave 1 end? Did I just...
So did we win? Or what?
That's what I'm saying. Did I win?
Something feels off, though. It wasn't like this when we beat the last one.
Oh, do you have to kill them both on the same turn?
No way, it came back from the dead? I thought we were the only ones who could do that.
What's going on?
Looks like these two come as a set. Anytime we defeat one of them, the other revives it.
The hell? How are we supposed to win this then?
If we can beat one of them, then finish off its partner before it has a chance to use that revival technique, that should do the trick.
That's kind of what I figured.
What a drag.
If that's what it takes, that's what we'll have to do. Unless anyone else has a better idea?
Incoming invader detected at 12 o'clock.
Huh?
Readings indicate target is an S-class fighter. It
What
is
do you
currently
mean there's
approaching the
another?
school at a high speed.
What? Are you serious?
Now there's 3 of them?
We barely managed to cope with 2.
You have gotta be shitting me! We don't have enough fighters to handle all of them!
Unless. Oh shit. My dog's mad, I think.
Hey everyone! Sorry I'm late.
That's my goat right there.
Ah, seriously? A night battle? This totally stinks. But we're dead if we lose here, right? And not just us. Everyone back in the TRC will be next on their list. If this is what it takes to stop that, then I'll fight too!
Why does Gaku got the platforms on? He's got platform shoes on. I think they're actually supposed to be like a Japanese sandal type of thing, but it looks like he's got like platform shoes on. Tsubasa gets to drive the fucking big ass car? That's kind of awesome.
Oh, you didn't leave us much choice. I was kind of hoping you'd be fine to win this without me.
Alright, Gaku's he's kind of cool when he actually decides to do something. He's got the big ass machine gun.
If I don't step in now, though, we're all gonna be royally screwed.
I'm so dizzy. I've already thrown up a bunch of times, and it feels like I'm not even connected to my body anymore. But I've decided to give this my best shot. I'll do whatever I can to help out.
Thanks, guys. I'll leave the enemies over there to you then.
This is a crazy encounter.
Here
I gotta
goes nothing.
I gotta do 3 fights? I gotta juggle 3 fights at the same time?
Anyway, we got those revival machines or whatever up and running, right? If they do kill us, I'll come back and really let them have it.
It looks like she's got a gun on the top of her truck.
What's the matter, Eito?
Someone needs to give her a Xanax is what she really needs.
I'm a little overwhelmed. Seeing these two in their class armor ready to fight. But I'll be okay. Now that they're here, I'm not afraid anymore.
Deploy the vomit
I don't know how
cannon.
to explain it, but all my fatigue from before is gone. It's amazing how much difference it makes having friends by your side.
Aito is such the power of friendship type guy.
As long as we keep trusting and supporting each other, I'm
He's
sure
such a
we'll be able to
cornball,
blaze our
but
way to
I
a
like
brighter
him.
Future. Let's turn this battle around and show them what we can do together.
Okay, Aito. Okay, I get to keep my ultimates though. That's really good. But like, I can only make 4 moves? User is immune to fatigue. Attack +1 when voltage is at 100 or more.
Watch me.
Gaku's a mid-range attacker that specializes at taking down many enemies at once. He automatically gains attack +1 when the voltage meter is 100% or more from his specialist skill, Special Vibes. When selecting a skill, you can select a green space to move your character to before attacking. Doing this means you can select your target after moving, making it useful for long-range attacks that require you to keep your distance from the enemy. Okay, I think I understand. So like, I would move here. And then
Letting loose.
obliterate.
Just watch me.
And then I can walk forward and do it again.
That's what I'm talking about! You saw that, right?
Alright, Gaku's kind of awesome.
Ready when you are.
Tsubasa is a support fighter, specializing in mobility and movement options. Her specialist skill, Special Mechanic, prevents fatigue regardless of how many actions she takes. Buffs ally movement, heals fatigue, and adds move plus 10 to all allies in range. Fire an attack at an enemy in front. Inflicts attack -1 on target. Okay. I do kind of think we have to leave this fight for now and deal with this. Although...
Say when.
that takes a lot of hits to do. You know what? Let's go to Aito.
Yes, leave it to me.
I think what we can do here is do this, kill these guys this turn.
I guess it's my turn. Allow me to trim down their
Bonk.
numbers. All well and good.
So now that that guy's dead, we have to go to the top board and
My turn.
kill. Which I think we can do. I think we can do that this turn.
I've got this.
Because we get +1 from killing the little guy.
All right, good to go.
Kill this guy.
This.
So those guys are dead. Oh shit, do I have to kill the other guy too? That's a little worrisome. I don't know if I can do that.
Let me at him.
So what does your move do? And can you hit that guy? Yes. Alright, fuck it then.
I'll hit you with all I got.
Okay, okay. I see you, Gaku. Perhaps I was too harsh on you, Gaku. Perhaps I won't hit you on the head with the frying pan. Tsubasa, I'm sorry you didn't get the chance to do anything. Uh-oh.
Defused? What's next? A giant Mac?
Actually, I think that's this commander's true form.
They were just messing with me.
So then, if we take it out, this will be over.
Hey, Tsubasa, that class weapon of yours is freaking sweet. It's like some kind of tricked out car or something.
I feel like by the end of the game, they'll let you like translate. Like on a subsequent playthrough, they'll teach you how you can translate that language, because it also shows up on the main menu. So maybe there's actually a way that you can use the text on the main menu as a sort of key to like decipher the rest of the commanders speaking.
Thanks. The first time I used it, it was a total disaster. I spewed all over the interior. But this time, I've got the sick bag and tinted windows so I can fight with total peace of mind.
Oh, she tricked it out with tinted windows?
That's
Hell
great.
yeah.
No matter how strong the enemy we're facing is, I won't be afraid anymore. Knowing you all have my back gives me limitless courage.
Aito, you gotta
I feel
lay
like I could
off.
take on the whole world right now.
Aito, you dork.
When we fight side by side, we become more than the sum of our parts. We're more than just a scattered group of fighters. We're a team. Let's do this, everyone. With our powers combined, there's nothing we can't do.
Sheesh, I got embarrassed just standing here listening to you say all that. Oh man. Okay. So what I want to do is... It sucks that these guys are like stuck out here.
Let's do
But I
this.
think what the move is I go like over here and I kill like these guys so that I build alt meter.
Say when. There. Got
And
it.
also like I don't waste any AP. What can we do next? I don't
Let's
think
give it
this
to
guy has this. He doesn't have neither the range or the means to get there. So that's probably that for that board.
We better get moving.
Aito can come over here and hit these guys.
Ha! Yes, leave it to me.
And do it again.
Allow me to trim down their knuckles. Got it. Nice.
And now we probably go here. I feel like I don't have
Leave it to me.
the I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Tsubasa as like a unit. I feel like I don't really think it's that strong.
I'm taking the wheel.
Like, she doesn't do a ton of damage. And currently, like, healing fatigue as, like, something that costs AP is kind of a lot. Like, I need way more AP than I actually have. So, just
Prepped
have
and ready.
Gaku kill everybody. Probably do this.
Just watch me.
I mean, probably do the same thing
That's
again.
what I'm talking about.
Kill that guy.
Yes.
Leave it to me.
I will do this.
Hi-ya!
Nice, nice.
Prepped and ready.
So I think boosting the Hemo Anima is like the same effect as the ult. Let's see what her
I'm
ult
taking
is.
the wheel.
Consumes voltage to activate special attack. Inflicts stun on user. So I think that means herself. So maybe it's a little risky. I don't know if I really want to do that, to be honest. Okay. Pop the
I'll
ulti
hit you with all I
again.
got. You can handle the rest.
User is immune to stun. Okay. What do we have going on the other boards? Aito's probably gonna get super duper beat up. But honestly, I think that's okay. I think we need to have the guys on the other boards just like die. Oh wait.
I'm good whenever.
Heals fatigue and adds plus 10. Adds move plus 10 to all allies in range. He's like stunned right now though. Which kind of an
I'm taking the
oopsie on
wheel.
my part. And I don't think this heal stun, but I guess we should find out, right?
Are you okay?
Thanks for that.
No, he's still
I'm
stunned.
good whenever.
I think go over here. She'll probably take a good chunk of damage, but she has a high health pool, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Oh, they didn't. Oh, okay, they cared a little bit.
Ow!
Ew.
I'm spent.
Hi, Shazbeth. How you doing? It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you as well. We're playing an RPG right here. This shit is. I'm really glad that the gameplay is actually really good on this. Okay, so he's about to use a big AoE move, which I think is gonna hurt the barrier. It's gonna do 4 damage. Gaku's currently fine, although he's still stunned. Which is not good. Oh, thank you. I'm glad that you like it. I'm very happy with it too. It brings me great joy. Yeah, Tsubasa, she's got that thing locked and loaded. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this. I think I gotta have this guy like tank a little bit. Shoot.
Ready when you are.
I'm curious. If I move here and I attack here, that will hit him, but I do like no damage. I've got no damage on Tsubasa. It's really, I guess I just have to protect Gaku.
Watch out.
Wait, what did I just hit him with? Oh, wait.
Leave it to me.
Oh, I inflict -1 attack. Wait, does it stack? Well, now I'm curious. Does the minus damage stack? No. Okay. That's kind of how I would expect that to work.
Here we go.
Okay, we send Darumi over here to like not die. Kill some stuff and not die. 0 AP, end my turn. Maybe.
I'm taking the wheel.
+1 attack to user during battle? No, not yet. I guess we just end our turn here and we alt next turn. We're taking a lot of damage to the base, which is not my best showing. I'm kind of getting jacked up. I apologize if you hear my dog barking. My sister's antagonizing him. I think I do this so I can kill these two guys.
Letting loose. Let me at him. Mow him down. You saw that, right? Let's freaking go.
Let's freaking go, man. He's oh my god. What is it called? It's like a sheepdog. I forget what like the species name is. Like a cattle dog. Let me look it up. Australian cattle dog. That's what it is. Yeah. He's really cute. He hates me, but he's a cute little guy. He's my biggest hater. He always just wants to bite me. Yeah, he's super cute. I'm trying to... I have to like make sure I don't die on the other boards. I guess I will actually shoot once with Gaku. And then we gotta switch to another board because our other boards are not looking great. We'll do that. What's over here? Yeah, this board
Here we
is
go.
rough. We'll do this twice.
I've got this.
Actually, let me see. I think this guy only does 1 damage,
Let's
which is
freaking go!
really unfortunate. I really wish that move was stronger. It's really good for like
All right,
tanking
let's
damage,
go.
but it's not great for like
That's it.
dealing damage. I want to look at the other boards first. I don't think I need to use my special attacks now. I think we can pass 1 more turn and then hopefully pop off. Ow.
Feel so weak.
Ow, my bones. Ow.
I'm spent.
We need so weak.
Okay,
I can still go on.
so we got a
I got
attack
a good
boost.
feeling about this. Damn, this is tough.
This guy is kind of invincible. What the hell? This is the more what's it called? The more androgynous design. The design before this was even more feminine. This is like the 2.0. I don't know. I just think girls are cute, so I'm like, I want to be cute. And that's really as far as the thought process had gone. So I moved down inflicted to
I
me.
can still go on. Get the hell out of my way.
This guy like does not die.
This is
What the
bad,
hell?
Right? Let it loose. Damn, this is tough.
Ready when you are.
I think this hits both, right? No, he only occupies these 4 spaces. I don't want Gaku to die. He's like in the blast zone. I think what we do here is we do this. I think what we actually really have to do
I'm not done yet.
is
It's all right.
I gotta have everybody just explode and die.
I'm putting it all on the line.
Bye, Takumi. You have to use your ult on one guy
Sorry.
and fall over.
It's up to
But I
you now.
promise, it's worth it. It's for a good cause, you have to understand.
I
You
can
too,
keep
Aito.
going.
You have to use your
No
ult
way forward but through.
and die. That's
Carry
pretty
on
cool though.
without me, everyone.
Scythes are pretty sick. Super impractical weapon, but very cool. Oh, my pronouns are whatever.
Locked and loaded.
I identify as a guy, but if you called me any pronoun, I would be like, that's fair. I think the only thing I don't like being called a femboy. That one, that's like the only thing that I would not want to be called. Everything else is on the table and totally fine. But I identify as a guy. what to do here. I
This
think
is bad, right? We're in serious trouble here.
P+1 heal fatigue. I don't know what. I think fatigue only makes it so I like can't move, which is like not the biggest deal in the world. What is your special? Inflict stun on a user. 6, 18.
I can still go on.
We can maybe kill this guy this turn?
Hey! Damn.
So 3,
this is
6. Okay, yeah, we have to risk it all, but we can kill this guy. Okay, don't end my turn.
This is bad. We're in serious trouble here.
Use the Gatling gun.
I'll hit you with all I got.
Obliterate. Dude, why is this fight so close?
I'm good whenever.
And then I hit this guy with this.
Ride.
Jesus. Explode this guy to death with missiles. That was like such a close fight.
Sorry, I'll be back soon.
We just had to kill Aito and Takumi.
Did we win?
We had to sacrifice them to win it all. Yeah, Tsubasa, that's my go. Gaku, I judged you harshly before. Maybe you can enjoy a C tier. Maybe you've proven yourself. I'm a simple guy. You've shown me that maybe you're not the biggest hater and you don't hate me and want me to die. And that you do have a heart. This is the 100 line. It came out yesterday, I'm pretty sure. It's made by the same people who made Danganronpa and Zero Escape. It's like a you came in at the turn-based combat portion. But it's a lot of visual novel stuff. I gotta drink some water. Did we win?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
think so.
I think so.
So, what do we do with this
Okay, I
one?
guess they are gonna voice it for me.
This one. Oh. I see what you mean.
Can't leave it alive or it'll just come after us again.
Guess one of us will have to strike the finishing blow like Mistress Hirako did before. It's kind of a lot of effort, though. Who wants to do it?
The finishing blow? You mean kill them?
Not like it's a real person or anything. It's just an invader.
Hey, why can this one use hemoanima anyway? Just how many of the invaders have powers like ours?
We still don't know. Hiruko might have been able to tell us, but...
We can talk about this later. We gotta hurry or it's gonna revive.
Even if it's our enemy, I don't relish the thought of sucking out its power and leaving it a dried up husk. But I guess somebody's gotta do it.
Do I get to choose? Oh shit, I get to choose who I power up? Who's it gonna be? It'd be kind of fucked up to make Tsubasa do it. Look at Gaku's face. He does not want to be here. He really does not want to be here. He's like, man, don't make me do this. But I don't know, Gaku. You got a pretty nice machine gun. It's kind of pretty good. Might have to level you up. Darumi's trying to act like she doesn't want to do it so bad, but she really does. I feel like this is such an important decision. This is like, who do I think I want in my party long term? So far, my favorite characters are Aito. Takemaru's alright. Takami's okay. Darumi's okay. I like Tsubasa, but I don't think I like her as a unit. Like, I struggle to see the usefulness in giving like a unit plus movement when I have so few actions per turn. Like, spending an action to let somebody move again feels like a lot. Takami's probably the safe option because he'll probably be stuck with my party for a while. But I think just for the swag factor, I want to see Tsubasa do it. I want to see what her animation looks like.
Me?
Yeah, you, buddy. That was pretty tough.
It's done.
Good job, Tsubasa. You did it. That's what I'm saying. Sorry that we gotta make you suffer, but it has to be done. I just wanted to see what it would look like. D rank? Dude, what was I supposed to do? I had no actions. I did the best I could, man. I mean, the base got absolutely obliterated. Like, you know, it really wasn't my best showing, but I didn't know what else I could have done. I felt like I played it as good as I could. Phew, it's finally over. Honestly, I thought it'd be a lot worse. Yeah, I didn't get as nauseous as I was expecting. I think my class armor helped to settle my stomach or something. Hey, I got something to say to you two. Takemaru came stomping up and slammed his hand on Gaku's shoulder. I had you all wrong. You were great out there. Huh? Oh, thanks? We couldn't have won that battle without you, and your class weapons were so freaking badass. You think so? Yeah, you should let me take yours for a spin sometime, Gaku. I want to pull off one of those cool headshots on you. Shoot the enemy, not me. That goes for yours too, Tsubasa. You were drifting around the battlefield like you were in some kind of off-road stunt rally. Really? Thanks. Most people don't know good driving technique when they see it. Let's lay off the high fives and shoulder slaps though, okay? I probably smell pretty funky right now. We're finally coming together as a team. I'm not sure if my heart can handle this much emotion. Do you need to go lie down for a few minutes? Alright, this calls for a celebration. Let's fire up the Rationomatic and... On second thought, it's late and I'm beat. Let's do it tomorrow instead. Yeah, it's practically morning already. We're all going to need our rest. And I really need to take a shower. Oh man, things would be so much easier if I could stay awake while I'm asleep. Feeling triumphant yet exhausted from another successful battle, we shuffled back to our rooms for some well-deserved rest. Phew. The moment I got back to my room, I let out a huge sigh and collapsed onto the bed. I was too tired to even lift a finger. All that stress and fatigue really added up. How long am I going to have to keep doing this? I hadn't forgotten Haruko or the weird ghost boy, but I couldn't summon the energy to think about them right now. Just let me sleep. I closed my eyes and almost immediately sank into a deep, dreamless sleep. Maybe I'll go until like day 20, because it's like late. And I might be, I don't know if I feel like around 12, like 11, 12, that's when my friends usually wanna play games. That's gamer time. Now that it's the weekend, got a game with the squad. So maybe it depends if my friend Noir pops into chat and says, "Are we playing Halo tonight?" That decides how long I stream. How long have we been streaming? I feel like it hasn't been that long. Yeah, like 2 hours. That's really not that long of a stream. TBH. TBH, TBH. I opened my eyes. I was awake, but my legs hurt, my arms hurt, my neck, chest, and abdomen hurt. I hurt in places I didn't even know the correct anatomical term for. One thing I have been wondering is, like, what happens if you fail the mission? Is that an ending? But I just don't want to find out. I don't want to get like a bad ending. But I feel like there's no way that can be an ending. They'd probably just make you replay the mission. Cause they keep talking about, like, the developers, they're like, yeah, we have 100 different unique endings that are good enough that you can consider them to be the true ending. Like, all these endings are bangers. You'll be guaranteed to like at least one ending. And I'm like, well, if the ending is you lost the fight, that probably wouldn't be a very satisfying ending. Like a very full ending. So I feel like that's not an ending if you fail a encounter. Guess I overdid it. I did kill Takumi, so, you know, that is fair that he would be hurting. I had no idea yesterday had put so much strain on my body. Our previous battles had left me pretty tired the day after, but never like this. What time is it anyway? I struggled to sit up, tentatively raising my head until I could see the clock on the wall. It's past 1 p.m. already. Wow, I really slept in. I didn't feel refreshed at all. Even after hauling myself out of bed and getting dressed, I still only felt half awake. Oh my god. I just got hit with a realization, dude. Haruko's disappearance is totally... She did that on purpose. She must... Alright. My hypothesis is her test that she was alluding to is this encounter. She knew that the invaders were going to come today, so she disappeared in order to light a fire under everyone's ass and force Tsubasa and Gaku to come out and help them. So she probably disappeared in order to make everybody come together and unite in order to, like, get more fighters. That's my hypothesis. I think Haruko is just chilling. It just dawned on me. Like, I'm gonna go to the cafeteria and Haruko's gonna be like, you guys did a pretty good job out there. And I'll be like, you motherfucker, you. I could totally see her doing that. I wonder how everyone else is doing. I'll go see if they're in the cafeteria. If I see her there, why I oughta. Forcing myself to move, I slowly made my way toward our usual meeting place, my back hunched over like an old man's. When I finally got to the cafeteria, I wasn't sure whether to be surprised or deflated by what I saw.
Good morning, Takumi. How are you feeling today?
You took your sweet time. I only got here a minute ago too, though.
Why are you roasting me? Why are you roasting me for being late if you only just got here? I like this CG. I think I especially like Darumi just balled up in a chair. That's like how I'd be sitting in the chair. I always sit weird in my chair.
Hey guys. Are your muscles hurting as much as mine?
And then Gaku is just dead on the floor over there.
Not just my muscles. My throat feels like it's been lined with sandpaper. All that throwing up must have inflamed it.
I don't even know if I can lift a pair of chopsticks right now.
Darumi has encountered a fatal error and has to shut down. She will continue in power-saving mode until fully charged.
She's such a dork. Congratulations on another win, everybody. Go ahead and order whatever you want. You've earned it. Stay where you are. We'll bring it to you. Thank you. The Tsukumo twins went back and forth with the Rashinomatic, bringing us our breakfast. Or was it lunch? Here's your avocado cheeseburgers, Tsubasa. I added a thick layer of peanut butter as a nice little extra.
Ooh.
You shouldn't have. I mean, you really shouldn't have.
Yeah!
And for Mr. Maruko, a bowl of rice with thin strips of cow flesh on top. Is this really food? Must be a working class schmo thing. Hey, insulting me is one thing, but don't diss Gyudon. How come you're being so nice today, Ima? Nice for you, I mean. I just want to make sure you have all the nourishment you need to recover your fighting strength. If the invaders launched another attack while you were in this state, we'd all be up the proverbial creek without a paddle. Don't say that, you're gonna jinx it. Oops. Oops, oops. It probably won't happen that soon, but there will be other attacks. Last night proved they're not shy about attacking at night either. So we gotta live in constant fear of when our next battle is gonna be? My rotten luck just keeps getting rottener. Speaking of the future, what are we going to do from here on? I think I know what everyone's going to say, but I'd like to make sure. I'm gonna eat good food at the Rashinomatic. That's my future plan. What's this about our future plans, Aito? First we lost Sarai, and now it looks like Haruko isn't coming back either. So should we keep looking for her, or choose a new leader? Should we keep defending the school like before? We need to consider our options. I almost forgot about that. Did she really have some kind of secret passage out of here? No, she was murdered by the traitor hiding in our ranks. Quit it, you're gonna make everyone paranoid. Guys, knock it off. It ain't cool to speak ill of the dead. And if she's still alive, she'll probably come back and explain herself soon enough. Sarai and Haruko both knew something about this war and disappeared before they could tell us about it. We may have to accept that we're never going to learn the whole truth. Knowing that, what do you all think we should do from here on out? It's not like we can leave. Nothing we can do except run out the 100 days. But all that stuff about going home when we're done, is it still gonna happen without Sarai here? I wish we knew that much at the very least. We're supposedly here on a vital mission to defend the future of humanity, isn't that right? Surely the people in charge wouldn't leave us out here supervised. There's gotta be some way to contact them, whoever they are. Sarai must have been in charge of that too. Now that he's gone, we're probably cut off. For a mission this important, you'd think they'd have some fail-safes in place, wouldn't you? Maybe everything Sarai told us was all a lie, and this whole thing is a twisted reality show set up by a cadre of ultra-rich dudes. That might be a Squid Games reference. They're probably out there right now sipping champagne and getting off on seeing us suffer. What part of that was funny? This really sucks though. At least before we had some hope of learning the truth. I know it's frustrating to have all these unanswered questions, but the invaders are targeting the school. There's no doubt about that. That means the part about there being something important here is true. Why else would they keep attacking so persistently? So I think the 100-day time limit must have a grain of truth in it as well. I don't doubt something will happen on the 100th day. As to whether that will include us going home, all we can do is have faith that it will. I guess so. We don't really have any other option, do we? We'll be okay. It'll all work out in the end, one way or another. Yeah, let's go with that. I seriously don't want to think about this anymore.
Huh?
The only way I'm gonna get through this is by focusing on all the awesome stuff I'll do when I get home.
Yeah!
I'll be hailed as the hero who saved mankind. Money, honor, women, they'll all be mine for the taking. Everyone who made fun of me will get their just desserts, and the world will enter a new era, with me leading the way. Yeah, Gaku? Yeah? That's very possessive of you to say. You're starting to sound like a supervillain now. Or an incel. One of the two. We spent a little longer in the cafeteria, eating a meal that was breakfast, lunch, and dinner all rolled into one. Once we were done, we went back to our rooms. I was still aching all over, but at least I had a full stomach. Ugh, this really hurts. Back in my room, I collapsed onto the bed and just lay there for a while. Staying on my feet was too much effort. I'd already wasted most of the day doing nothing, although after last night's battle, maybe that was only natural. In fact, it was probably better for me to take it easy and allow my body to recover. Maybe I'll take a shower and hit the sack. Give my boy some ice cream. He needs some milk. He needs oh, just some ice? That's true. He needs to ice it. Lay in bed for a little while, get some rest. A Freudian slip thinking about ice cream. Ice cream does sound pretty good. Before I knew it, my 19th day at Last Defense Academy had passed me by. I'm hoping we get free time. I have, there's a bunch of things I can do in, like, the...
Up and Atom troops, time to rise and shine!
I feel like this is a different animation. He's normally not on this exercise bike, I don't think.
Get ready for your 19th day of active service here at Last Defense Academy. Wait, 19? Well, that's a good round number. A real milestone if ever I heard one. In honor of the occasion, I've unlocked some new facilities.
Ooh.
Feel free to check out the garage on the first floor and the library on the second.
Ooh.
The VR machine in the training room's been updated too. All part of the service. Be sure to sharpen up your skills, allow your creativity to bloom, and slaughter the vile invaders more efficiently than ever.
I need to level up my skills. The pain in my muscles wasn't completely gone, but I felt a lot better than I did yesterday. Hey, welcome back. We're exploring the facility. They've unlocked the garage and the library. I want to level up my skills. I feel like after 2 days, maybe he's got some broken bones. Because I think he basically rested all day 18 and now it's day 19 and he's still an old man. I guess I should go take a look at the new rooms. Let's go. So this is the garage. Naturally, Tsubasa's here.
Huh?
That's me. I'll say my famous line. I really like the bit that I'm the guess the Danganronpa guy is really funny. I like that that's my bit. I like to reference that as though that's my I'm a one-hit wonder and that's my famous song is guess the Danganronpa character in under 60 seconds. And I say that and then the crowd goes, "Yeah, woo!" and everybody cheers. That's my one-hit wonder claim to fame. It's crazy to think about, there's a lot of people who have watched those videos. It's kind of I know like YouTube Shorts get like a lot more views than like most things because that's how short form content works, but it's crazy to think that like 150,000 people have watched some of those. Is it normal that you figure it out by the first or second? Yeah, because like sometimes it makes me sad when people comment and they're like, too easy, I figured it out on the second hint. And it's like, I mean, that's impressive that you could figure it out so fast, but the later hints are, it like scales up in difficulty, where the first two hints are like reasonably hard, and then the later hints are like kind of obvious, because I want those videos to be for everybody. I don't want to like, if somebody's hasn't played Danganronpa in like years and they see the shorts, I don't want them to be like, I don't want them to feel bad, like maybe they're like, oh, I love Danganronpa, let me watch this video, and then they watch it and they're like, this is too hard, man. I thought I knew Danganronpa, turns out I don't. So I try to make the lighter hints kind of easy. But I think my latest one that I recorded like last week, that one is gonna be a little more harder. But who knows? It's always up in the air if it ends up being hard or not. Sometimes the ones that I think are hard, everyone's like easy, and I'm like, all right, smarty pants, sure. I wonder how many people just pretend. Sometimes I wonder, when I did like the Makoto one that was ultra hard, I'm like, I wonder if people said that they got it really easy when actually they struggled with it. I wonder who's lying to me in the comments, trying to act like a know-it-all. But also, some people really do know it all. Some people are really just built different. People who know characters based on birthdays and height, those people are actually built different. I don't know any of the birthdays or the heights. Yeah, that one, I was like, this one's gonna be like impossible. Like if I watched that video, I wouldn't have solved my own question. Cause like, who actually notices the like, nobody actually remembers like the former high schools that most of the characters went to, unless that character is like your hyperfixation. That's how I feel about it. Like, I'd maybe know like one, although my Danganronpa hyperfixation is Kyoko, so, and she's too mysterious. I don't think, maybe there is a former high school. You know, maybe I'm a fake Kyoko fan. I've never read Danganronpa Kirigiri, so maybe I'm fake. Hold on, 1 second. I'm getting a million calls. I gotta mute real quick and take this call. my mom was blowing me up because she's like, can you pick me up later? And I'm like, oh, okay, sure, yeah. I'm like, I thought I dropped her off at a thingy earlier before stream, so I gotta pick her up. I thought she was gonna have a ride home, but it's not a big deal. That'll be like in half an hour, so I might end stream. Like, I'm basically hard capped at 30 more minutes for my stream, but that's also kind of like a sweet spot. I feel like a 3-hour stream is a good amount of time, and I don't want these to go super duper late as well, so it works out okay. Favorite is the zipper guy, like Korekio. Yeah. Him and his past of killing. I'm like, I guess, like with that hint, I'm like, you can consider the remnants of despair, all of them, because they've killed in the past. You can, I think Peko has to have. Toko has for sure. Korekio has for sure. Junko has for sure. So like, there's actually kind of a lot of possibilities for past of killing. But I feel like Korekio and Toko are some of the more... They are the characters I think of first when I think of they've killed in the past. Kokichi's a little shit. He's not my favorite little shit starter. I like Nagito when it comes to stirring the pot, but Kokichi's fine. He's a very necessary character for V3. I think he adds a lot of flavor. So I respect Kokichi. Sonya's pretty cool. I respect the Sonya pick. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't pick Sonya, but I think Sonya is really cool. I like the Gap Moe, where she's like a princess and then she's like super into like serial killers and like stuff like that, and she likes the occult, and I think Sonya and Gundam is a good pairing. I like those two. Sonya is very, very cool. Ooh, this is the garage, huh? Looks like there's some cool stuff in here. Cool doesn't even begin to cover it. Ooh, look at this. Isn't it awesome? And that over there. And wow, you never find these in such good condition. You sure seem excited. Well, duh. I never expected the school's lineup of facilities to include the workshop of my dreams. If you ever want to make adjustments to your class weapon, just let me know. I'd be glad to handle any customization work. Customize my class weapon? Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. Yep, this place has everything. Huh? Aren't our class weapons supposed to be like manifestations of our will to fight, channeled through our blood or something? Is it even possible to customize them? To be honest, I'm not 100% sure on the details either, but there's equipment here specifically designed to do just that. She pulled out a grenade launcher? Is that in like the Danganronpa 3 anime? I feel like I've never seen that. But I haven't watched the anime in a long time. It's probably really worth a revisit. The two scenes I remember the most in the Danganronpa 3 anime are the tragedy. I think what's it called? Like the biggest, most awful event in Hope's Peak Academy, like that whole thing, being able to see what that is was actually really cool. I really liked that in Danganronpa 3. Cause you're just like, oh, I wonder what was that really? And you get to see that mystery. And it's also like really, it really made me super uncomfortable, that scene. And I think it's powerful that they could invoke a feeling of discomfort in me. I think that's kind of powerful. Oh, it's in World Destroyer? Isn't that the Nagito one? Like, the only thing I can fully remember is the soup scene? What's the soup scene? I don't remember. I don't remember the soup scene. The full stop makes me concerned that it must be something gross. Hajime was a little silly. Uh-oh. Maybe I really do need to rewatch DR3. I probably don't want to know. I imagine it's like gross. Like I'd imagine it's like Izuru Kamakura makes like a soup out of like bones and blood and guts and eyeballs and fingers and a bunch of gross stuff. And then I do remember Chiaki's execution because that was actually super duper sad. That one definitely made me sad. Hi, Lei. My kin? So like, kinning is that like who you who you like relate to the most? Cause like I really enjoy Kyoko, but I don't think I kin her. Like I don't think she's not literally me. But like if I were to think of who's literally me, I'm not sure. I'd have to really think about that. But I guess Kyoko is my closest. Cause I vibe with Kyoko heavily. But yeah, we're finally playing Danganronpa in the trench coat. It's pretty good so far. I feel like it has a lot of room to really go off the rails. We're still kind of on the rails, but they're doing a pretty good job of introducing intrigue and a mystery. So I'm pretty into it. Wow, I knew Tsubasa was into machines, but I had no idea she could get this passionate about them. Oh boy, I can't wait to get started. Who wants to be first? It doesn't have to be a complete overhaul, just let me tweak it a little. Whoa, calm down, Tsubasa. I know you're excited, but let's take things slow, okay? New skills development has been unlocked. You can access it during your free time. Oh, I want to try it out right now. It's the manual for this device. There's lots of detailed information inside. I guess I can't check it out yet. No dismembered corpse here either. I've been looking all morning, too. This is taking way too long. Aren't we ever gonna find Mistress Haruko's body? Hey, come on. We don't know for sure that she's dead. For all we know, she might just... Of course she's dead, dingus. Don't be so naive. Once we find the body, I'll take one of her fingers from my collection. I can make it into an earring, so then we'll always be together. What is this sprite? Donald Duck looking ass lips? What the hell is this sprite? Also, hi, Starry. Yeah, I guess my theory about Haruko being hiding in the school was off base because she still hasn't shown up yet. She's not okay. I don't know if she's ever been okay. She's unabashedly herself, but she's not okay. So what was next? The library? Of course the two dweebs would be in the library. Sure enough, this is the library. This is wonderful. They've got a huge selection of titles from all kinds of genres. I don't think I've ever seen this many books, not even in the TRC's libraries. Huh? How about that? I'm not much of a reader, so I never really thought about how many books we had. In fact, I can't even read. Believe me, this is impressive. I used to spend most of my spare time reading. I've even read everything on AO3, or... is it AO3 is the fan fiction website, I think? Yeah, because the 3 is, it's Archive of Our Own, and the 3 is for 3 O's. Yeah. Yeah, they turned Miku emo. Even though there already are emo Mikus, they made their own Miku OC and put it in Danganronpa and made her batshit insane. Being around people always made me nervous. Books were my refuge from the world. Aito doesn't hesitate to speak his mind anymore. I guess this experience has helped bring him out of his shell. How about you, Shoma? Do you like to read? Do you have a favorite book? If you think I'll have anything interesting to add to this conversation, you're going to be disappointed. I don't read, or watch TV, or play video games, or engage with any kind of media worth talking about. I just lay on the floor and I look at the ceiling and I count the tiles on the ceiling. Even then, I'm not even any good at that. I always end up with a different number every time. I'm sorry for being so thoroughly uninteresting. That's okay. So is it only books here? Nothing extra like the gift-o-matic in the rec room? I don't think so, although there are some rather unusual choices on the shelves. There's guides on combat techniques, military strategy, that kind of thing. They might teach us something that can help us against the invaders. I think that's more your area of expertise than mine. Haha, that's fair. I'll let you know if I come across anything useful. Thanks, Aito. Reading study has been unlocked. Cool. That's a lot of books. I'm not sure if they'll be useful to me since I seldom read. You all looked so cool out there on the battlefield. I wish I could be like that. But I'm not getting my hopes up. I'll never be able to fight. I'm too much of a loser and a weakling. I know it's not easy, but maybe you could try working through those problems. You shouldn't expect too much from me, trust me. You'll only be disappointed in the end. I'm no more remarkable than a generic background character. You could change my name to Random Guy A, and it wouldn't make much difference. You're better off just ignoring me. Sorry I asked, Shoma, damn. That's tough. A PC you can use to search for books. It's not connected to the internet. What a relaxing place. Oh my god. Francine, thank you for the raid. What were you guys up to? Yay! I think I'll come here when my symptoms flare up. Your condition gives you chest pains and stuff, right? Would taking deep breaths help? It might, if it wasn't for the smell.
Huh?
What smell? When the symptoms are really bad, my smell, vision, and hearing all get more acute, including a kind of sensory overload. Sorry to hear that. I still don't know what Aito's condition is exactly, but I do worry about him. And how does the Revivomatic deal with this? When it brings him back after death, does it replicate his disease as well? Hi, Hell's Dog. How you been? I like that you're like, the way that you type is very recognizable. I'm like, I know you. I cast hairy tongue. No! My tongue! Now my tongue feels weird in my mouth. Training room time. Good night, Francine. Hope you sleep well. To all the raiders, I'm not Pockets. I exist. That's me. I exist. Oh, hey, Takumi, you came to check out this room too, huh? This game is, if you guys are familiar with the anime game Danganronpa, it's very similar to that. It's a visual novel, Fire Emblem type of game. It's been quite entertaining so far. But hopefully you guys either get some sleep or enjoy the rest of your nights. And thanks for saying hi. Yeah, I was curious about what this update to the VR training machine is all about. Looks like they added some new scenarios for us to try out. That might actually be kind of fun. I'm not super well acquainted with 40k. My only experience with 40k is I've played a Chrome of Darktide, and well, I don't even think Darktide isn't even 40k, right? It's just Warhammer. Like Warhammer 40k and Darktide are different, I think. Like, or is it? Oh my gosh, I'm like confusing them all because there's Vermintide, Darktide, Warhammer 40k, which I think are like all in the same universe, but they're like different stories, I think. I'm not super sure. Yeah. I know it's like the same franchise kind of, but I think it's largely different stories. Although Vermintide confuses me because it's like a lot more fantasy than Warhammer is. But I also think like sci-fi and fantasy just kind of coexist casually in 40k, and they just make it work. That might actually be kind of fun. You want to jump in with me sometime and see who can get the best score? Yeah, let me get back to you on that. Takamaru seems like the competitive type. I don't think I'd be able to keep up if you got really into it. New VR training missions have been unlocked. You can access them during your free time. Okay, I've taken a look at all the new rooms and facilities that were unlocked today. I think I'll go back to my room and decide what to do next. Vermintide is fantasy Warhammer. That's kind of the vibe that I got. But I wasn't sure if it was like they all just kind of coexist in the same world. Like there's magic and there's sci-fi. Like there's super advanced technology and whatnot. Vermintide is fantasy Warhammer, and it's before they retconned it. They used to be the same universe as well. Ah, okay. That makes sense. Even after a full day's rest, I'm still tired. I let out a long breath and felt any motivation to do something productive drain away. Instead, I made for the comforting embrace of my bed. My aches and pains were more manageable now, but I still wasn't in peak form, not by a long shot. Maybe I'll just rest my eyes for a minute. I lay down and let my body go completely limp. I wasn't going anywhere else today. I probably have to... I think I have to end stream, like, now-ish, because I had to pick up my mom. But we had a reasonably long stream today. Also, thank you for following Hell's Dog. I feel bad having to dip after you guys just popped in, but I do have to go now. Yeah. But very fun stream today. I'll probably be back at it again tomorrow. I don't know what time. I really should just have a dedicated time. I should be like, yeah, 6 p.m. That's streamer time. But I'm not prepared like that. Maybe that's holding me back. Who knows? But yeah, we're 20 days in. That's what? 20%. We're 20% of the way done with the game because it's 100 line, 100 days. That's the name of the game. But I will be ending stream for today. I'll be back tomorrow. I appreciate everybody hanging out and vibing with me. And hopefully you guys had fun, because I had fun. So I'll see you guys again shortly. It'll be technically more than 100 days because I'll have to go back and get a whole bunch of different endings. I'll end up having to replay day 95 like 100 different times to get all of the different endings. But that'll be fun. But yeah, I have to jet. Thank you guys for hanging out. Bye bye. Bye bye. See ya.